I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect.
Yeah.
Men to play with men, women to play with women.
Sports is about belonging. It's about inclusivity.
You know, you can't allow the NBA players, the ones who don't quite make it in the NBA, they can't say, well, we want to come play in the WNBA.
My opinion is transphobic because if you look at participation, right, in the top level, high level sports, right, over 500,000, how many people of those people are trans athletes?
I'm just having the time of my life. I'm living in my feminine era. I'm definitely going through a glow up.
Trans women are women, and so if they would like to play women's sports, then that would be something that they should do as women.
They're either a women's league, which is why the W is before the NBA, or they're not a women's league.
Okay. Everybody, let's stop. Everybody, let's stop. What the actual fuck is going on with the WNBA? What the actual fuck is going on with the WNBA? If you guys got a good drug plug, just put a nigga on, gang. Because I'm trying to get high, too. Because clearly y'all niggas get high. Because there's no way y'all doing this shit over.
I think it's trans rights right now is our new battle. That's what I think I was saying, that like the battles have changed.
This whole shit started because of two things. First, there was this coach named Sophie Cunningham that had a shirt supporting trans lives. All right, cool. That's fine, dude. Nobody's mad at that. And again, before I even continue, motherfucker, this is not no political video. This is just simply what I believe, and it's also backed by science. You could agree with me. You could disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. As a nigga that knows a little thing or two about basketball, there is different skill levels based on athleticism. There are people that run faster. There are people that are more agile. And what does that do? That impacts the game, motherfucker. Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, well, let's look at Anthony Edwards and let's look at Steph Curry. You don't see Curry posterizing dudes, and you don't see Anthony Edwards shooting from half court. Not saying Curry can't dunk, not saying Anthony Edwards can't hit threes, but their games are different, right? Okay, so we have some logical brains in here. Awesome. Now, her supporting trans players was completely fine. However, what's been going on in social media has been talking about this transgender player that's playing in a French league. And let's just say they're looking unstoppable. No, like actually, there's literally nothing any girl can do against this person. You've seen it. I saw it. They're a little bit, what I'm saying? Like they're a step or more like a mile away from the rest of the competition. They were born biologically a man. Listen, bro. They could join the WNBA all they want. At the end of the day, they have a biological advantage. Now, that's not to say that people in the NBA don't have biological advantages over the other. It's just not something completely as drastic as this. Even elite women athletes admit it.
I think it's really important to keep the fairness in our tour, and it's obvious that biologically, right, the men are way stronger than women, so I feel like it would be not really fair for...
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The one thing I have a problem with is I don't feel like they're really supporting trans rights. I feel like these motherfuckers just want to win. I get it, but just say that. The thing that I feel like they're truly not realizing is that they're essentially opening up Pandora's box. You're allowing any person that is a transgender identifying person to enter the WNBA, which opens the door for a lot of candidates, which is why Ennis Cantor decided to do this shit.
And reviewing the current eligibility guidelines. I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect.
I'm not gonna lie, this motherfucker Ennis Cantor is gangsta. I'm not gonna lie, he's gangsta. It's also to prove his point. Is he gonna get drafted? Hell no. They're not gonna draft this nigga. But he's proven the point that they're essentially opening up a can of worms.
My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion.
The deeper issue is that it's gonna take opportunities out of other girls' chances. Unfortunately, it increases the competition. Now again, am I against trans players playing in the league? Of course not. But let's make sure that they're in the right league. If they're born biologically man, why not play in the NBA? Because they can't make it. And there's a chance that this transgender player may get drafted in the WNBA. Now, is there a chance that they won't? Sure. But part of me thinks there's only a matter of time before they do. It's honestly an issue that I think has never quite been addressed. When a game decides to leave an important rule ambiguous, it unfortunately leads to loopholes. If you're going to play a game Make sure you define all the rules. Make sure you define all the things you can and can't do. Because if you don't, there's going to be a loophole to win, and you're not going to like it.
The W really want to shake some shit up? Let's see what happens here. Balls in y'all court.
Balls in y'all court.